Gaffer, last time out it was a 0-0 draw with Walsall, and that's only one defeat in 9. We're in some real good form at the minute.
Yeah, I think it's really important to keep that perspective. One defeat in 9 is fantastic. I spoke after the game about being a little bit disappointed with probably the manner of the performance in terms of not going to grab the game and maybe being an opportunity there for us to get 3 points. But on a whole, it's another game, as you say, unbeaten. It keeps our run going. We want to be hard to beat, making sure that when we're not quite at our best, which clearly we weren't, we're still picking points up. And again, for us, it's another point towards where we need to get to at the end of the season.
And I'm probably echoing things that you and your staff would say, but if you're not going to win games, you don't want to lose them. And it was another clean sheet, which is another massive positive.
Absolutely. And again, I think over the course of certainly the last couple of years, being back in the league, we've lost too many games. That's a fact, So again, if you want to be considered one of the better teams, and certainly if you want to put runs together that are going to get you up and around those playoff places, you have to limit the times you lose. And again, for us, that was certainly a bonus to come out of it, as well as again another clean sheet. And in that respect, the boys have been absolutely fantastic. Not just the boys at the back, but the work the boys are putting in at the top end of the pitch to limit those opportunities on our goal.
There was only one team that had more clean sheets than us. That is Cheltenham, who we travel to face this weekend. It'll be a tough game.
Yeah, again, notoriously difficult to score against and hard to break down. They seem to have a real joy for defending. Particularly the 3 or 5 at the back. When they do get into their shape, can be difficult to break down. But again, from our point of view, there's things that we'll look at, things that we've seen that we're going to try and exploit. And again, for us, we need to make sure we're bang at it from a defensive point of view also, and make sure we're nice and solid. And again, for me, I think when we are playing at the tempo that we want to, we will create chances, we'll get opportunities, whether it is team play, we have individuals that can create moments of magic. So that's certainly something we'll be calling upon on Saturday.
And you've had a full week to prepare for this game, and there's 7 games left. What is kind of the workload going into making sure that we achieve what we want to this season?
It's just, again, trying to get that time on the training ground that we can. Again, after a busy Easter, it was important to get that balance between obviously rest and recovery, but also making sure when we're back in, it's pretty much full steam ahead and making the most of the opportunity we've got out on the grass. And, again, leading into these 3 games in particular coming up next week, at least we've had that little bit of time. All the games are different. There's different things to look at as we approach each one. But certainly from a Cheltenham point of view, we'll be very, very well prepared.
And finally, Gaffer, in terms of injury news for our side, Connor Wilkinson returned on Monday. Should we see anyone else such as Dan Happy return?
Yeah, we're hopeful Dan will be back. He's been back in training. Again, we just have to be very cautious and very careful of his situation. It's a bit of an ongoing one, so a little bit of management. We're hoping that the fact that he wasn't able to play those games over Easter has given him a chance to settle down a little bit. But yeah, we're certainly hopeful of seeing him back out there. Nick Freeman's also been back in with the group, which is fantastic. Certainly, again, gives us that bit of strength coming into the squad. So I'm looking forward to welcoming him back as well.